Hey, what's up, everybody? We're live, the last best of three of what has been a pretty awesome Saturday here at Season 16 LAN. We have Street Hoops, the 4th seed. I think defied conventional thought and have made it so far, beating Exertus in that pretty awesome lower bracket round 1, and they have made it to play Mixup here in the lower bracket finals. Winner will go on to face Froyo Tech grand finals tomorrow at about 11 o'clock Eastern. So, Justin, do they have a chance?
It's hard to say yes, but with the showing that we've seen Street Hoops give us at this LAN, I don't want to say no. I expect that their very aggressive, very fluid game style is gonna do two things. It's either gonna take Mixup by storm at some points, and then at other points, it's gonna completely wash on Mixup. Mixup's just gonna stand there and just take it, and then be like, alright, let's go. And then at times when Mixup isn't ready for it, it's gonna work. So I expect some good rounds. I don't expect a roll, but a lot of times I don't expect a lot of things, and those things don't happen. Or do happen.
You know, it's hard to say, because maybe Exertus didn't play well, but those were really, really good games, and I think maybe we were thrown off, at least I was thrown off at the pacing of the games. They seem maybe like 20B was playing better, the Street Hoops was playing better. Ooh, we're just going to go right away live. Sorry, chat, I would throw it to you at this point and ask who you think is going to win this or the series. We are going to play Badlands first, obviously, so throw your preds in there if we can get to them, we can. Otherwise, we're going to go live here. In a game that I'm pretty excited for. Justin, why don't you go ahead and take the first mid?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and watch a demo man, and it's going to be Duatna with that crazy 500 damage done a minute and 1.5 before. He's going to get out. He's going to ace his roll, get out to middle at 9:45, goes window route, puts an early sticky spam onto the demo for Mixup. That's Platinum. Sticking away again. He is getting some nice sticky snipes. Now he sees the Seagulls and put out some defensive stickies. Hits Seagull with some of that, but Seagull is still alive to fight another day. Grape is going to get a kill onto Sky High Platinum, onto Paragon, so we are trading. Oh my goodness, Grape with the G, silent G. He's going to take down another. Double gets to himself. Hard Blue goes down. Platinum, the last one left alive. Where are you, Platinum? He is out of there. It's like, see you later. I'm just going to go back to spawn and reevaluate my life here. And very quickly, Street Hoops out of the gate playing strong.
I was not playing around, boys and girls. If 20B wins this game, it would be the biggest upset in the history of competitive TF2, as far as I'm concerned. Maybe one that I can't remember from years and years ago, but certainly since I've been casting, this would be the most improbable thing. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. That was just a mid, but they look fantastic. Have Uber, Kozin, who's had maybe been the most impressive medic, is going to take his team right in. Great. He's got his G in his name. Now Ash is going to get dropped down. Disastrous start. A Seagull has 2 to stump this push. Can they make something happen? Grape has jumped up into the tube. He's going to fall down. And disaster, Justin. What looked so good. 20B gets absolutely destroyed. They didn't get a kill.
Tragic, but that's been sort of the crux of Street Hoops. If they have one big flaw in their design and their game plan, it's pushing last as a team and doing the right thing. We saw them play this map earlier on in the tournament, and then when they pushed last, they were torn between whether to get kills, or whether to count the point, or whether to do nothing and just run in and die. And we saw them do the latter there. So they're going to have to figure that out, because Mixup is not an opponent that you can make mistakes like that against. They gave you middle. They're not going to do it again. So here come Mixup, Alex. They have the 100% Uber charge. Let's see what 20B can do.
They're favoring that lower push, and I actually like it. It's basically free mid. As soon as 20B sees that push coming from lower, they're just going to get out, and there's no fighting, there's no bombing. I would have liked to see possibly Ash, if he was in position, just do the Hail Mary bomb. It's not a terrible position to try to force, but as it is, Mixup is going to take control of this round now that they have middle. Seagull's going to hop in and see that Street Hoops are all the way back on their spire, and he's going to hang out and get out of dodge, so he knows exactly what everything's going on, and to 20B's credit, they're going to mix it up a little bit. They're going to, well, come on, I didn't mean it. They're going to switch their positioning, and Harb's actually going to eat a little damage inside the house. He's going to be down to 50 back at mid here, but both teams have Uber, Justin. We're going to kind of wait for the next step here.
Yeah, as you see, is over by the flank side with Paragon. They are on the flank, just locking it down for 20B. And one way to counter that push from Mixup when they just come lower into middle is to do the wrap play. Go into yard, get on the spire, force a back cap. That'll allow your team to do some havoc over on mid, try to buy some time, create all sorts of plays when that happens. But when you're not expecting it, it can take you by surprise, and we do see now 20B are back on the back foot. Trying to defend second here. Stickies are up like the defensive stickies from Duwatna. They are on where a jumper or where the jumper would jump as soon as he gets to the corner there. Where the jumper would jump for both sides, by the way.
Yeah.
The stickies are kind of hanging out, just being friends on either side, letting you know in team coordinated colored fashion who owns what side of the map. But no plays being made as of yet, and it's really up to Mixup. Up to Enigma's on bye, actually. How did I not see? And last time we were in this situation, this is the exact same thing he did. But now he's going to climb Spire a little bit, and you can't expect a Spy in this situation. Does he have another free pass? Behind the medic, and he gets it again. Enigma with the Spy plays at land, doing it once more, and now Mixup has the complete Uber advantage.
Seagull gave him something to look at while Enigma got in position. So easy for him. It really just walked right up, got the stab, and now 20B's got to feel so dumb. They just saw that happen in the same exact position against Froyotech, and wow, Enigma, big plays. So now we're going to go to Harbaloo. He's going to wait for Seagull and Enigma to spawn, and here they go, out main. Stickies have been popped, and they're going to gain the second point as of right now without much of a fight. Now, 20B have gathered around Bats. They pretty much have to do a forward hold, Justin, or I don't know how they're going to expect to defend last.
They can't even do that because Harbaloo already with that Uber has climbed, and like I said before, the point of doing the forward hold is to buy all that time building Uber while the medic climbs, but he's already up there, so he can just pop up to you up there if you stay up there, so they have to back it out. They are in their last R20B. They are going to trade with Platinum. That's a pretty big pick, but now they lose Ash too, so they have no soldiers. Their demo man is still up. Where is he? He's over on the left side. The scout tries to sacrifice on the point, but he is going to go dead. Enigma, Seagull, Platinum are all dead, so a bad push from Mixup, who didn't really look fully committed into that. And now it's up to 20B to try to push out and grab Spire.
Yeah, Seagull couldn't make it into the fight. He was way out by Spire. He took a lot of damage from Duwatna's sticky trap, so they fought that 5-on-6, and they didn't push directly point, but that's okay. Fighting on Spire, Mixup can certainly turn this fight around and win right here. Seagull's coming out through house, and he's going to be able to help with Platinum to kill Great, and that's a big pick. They're going to have to back off. 92% Uber in the hands of Kozen. He's going to get it, but his team has sustained 3 losses. Seagull's in at last. Roamer on Roamer action right here. It is Saturday night after all, and Ash is going to go down. Seagull gets out. Uber has not been popped yet. You know Kozen, Justin, he's going to be milking away. Here comes Blue, though. They are in. Kozen has to pop to save Duwatna, does, but there's Hard popping his Uber, and they're going to have to fight for all the marbles here in this first round. Seagull's going to back out, and actually it looks like this fight is going to be delayed. Just too much low team members for Blue. They had to not commit to that fight, so now we're going to reset out here. So pretty... Yeah,
a nice job from 20B there holding on to it. They were down the members. One of the hardest things in TF do is not to defend last, it's to push out of last. And you saw they got caught out there. They lost 3 members. They managed to stay cool, get that Uber up, get it in the nick of time, and pop to defend their last point. As it is, we are still sitting with 0s on the boards for both teams. A heated round 1, but it looks like we do have Mixup getting ready to push, getting something going here. They're going to buff up some members. What are the classes, Alex? Looks like it's all default for both teams. No, have the engineer out for the red team. So we're going to see which team is going to get the pick and be able to push.
Yeah, I almost want to see that gun, Bill. I know it's protecting the medic from bombers. It just is going to push out whoever tries to jump the medic away. But a lot of mixed-up plays originate on that lower right side for them, that sort of basement push area on the right side. They're not favoring it right now. They're just spamming, trying to think of a way in. I wouldn't be surprised if either Enigma or Squid suicide in, maybe even try to get on the point. There are stickies on the point, but they've been blasted away, Justin. There is a hole there if they're going to be able to get by that sentry gun and get on the point. So we'll see. Seagull's sort of poking and prodding around. They're just trying to find a way in, but I'm guessing at the very least we'll see a sacrifice for a pick class.
Yeah, and Seagull just got a pretty big buff, but actually it's the King now, so he's not going to get anything going. But the Scouts, both of them have a big buff. Looks like they want to make a move through lower right. That is Sky High. He goes in. He takes a whole lot of sticky damage. He's going to throw away his life, but that was a planned play. In comes Enigma to do the same. Maybe he thought he'd catch somebody sleeping, but that is not the beat. And with 2 Scouts down, this is a tricky part. Take a look at these stickies on the stairs. Grape knew all about it, but he gets stuck down to 40 HP. And this is going to be hard for 20B to push out here. One of the Scouts that went down is up. Both are now up. You can't push out here. Just get back to last, reevaluate everything, talk about what you did on your plane ride over to land, and just wait it out.
Yeah, it's frustrating for a team to be crammed back in the last point, get 2 picks or you know, get 2 kills and not be able to do anything. And they did it right though. If you get ahead of yourself, you endanger your medic to a sticky trap, and they didn't get caught by anything. But now looking over at blue, and actually I think they did that play, did Mixup to force a repush. Now there goes Squid yet again to stickies. So 5v6 situation. I'm not sure if Platinum has his full sticky array set up. It looks like no posturing, even an attempt at gaining ground. They're just going to stay back. They got a level 3 back there. They're just going to hold out. And actually, they're going to lose their roamer, so now they're going to be down 1, which means Mixup is going to go in.
Stickies are actually in the health lobby in a little ring over by that balcony area.
Oh, we have Squid Spy, too. So.
And the Squid is on Spy. Platinum. Paragon is on Sniper and whiffs the headshot onto that soldier. Has a shot on the Devilman, but doesn't get it. Let's switch it over to the Spy cam. See what this Spy can do. He's moving in with the, is it the regular watch? I can't tell at the moment. He's moving in. He's getting onto the point. Nobody has spotted him, and this is going to be hard for him to get a backstab because that sentry is going to annihilate him. As soon as he uncloaks, and actually he cloaks in front of him.
Oh,
that sentry is in action. He does get 2 butter knives onto the medic, but he's just fine, and down goes Squitter.
Scary, scary. It doesn't happen as often in this game as it used to back in the day, the phantom backstab, the face stab, but that's scary. Got too off. Paragon's going to go down. Duwana goes down as well. What? No demo for last. Duwana, the hard carry for 20B. It's going to be really, really hard for these guys to hold last. They're going to get a very good hold, a nice milk from their combo. Look at Platinum. Oh, great. Triples Platinum up the chute. Are you kidding? I don't know if it's going to be enough. Blue is all over the point. Enigma's on the point. They're going to try to hold, but no. Grape's heroic triple goes not. 1-0 Mixup.
Yeah, Grape, one of the best soldiers in TF2, and proving it, joining this roster, his team really taking them far right now. Excellent rocket shooting skills displayed by him. But like you said, all for naught, and we are on to our second middle. That was a long round. Can 20B be the victors of this one too? I don't know. You don't know. Mixup doesn't know. Certainly they don't want it to be that case, so I'm looking at Mixup Platinum, who's got some stickies spamming all across the point. Now he's got the pipes out. That sticky was just to defend him. He sees Paragon. Paragon is putting some hurt into him. He's going to get the sticky, though, right onto him. Get the frag. 2 down, Ash and Paragon. 4, 20B. Siegel and Tyler do go down, and actually Deadpool is going to get one onto Squitter. So we have 20B, and look at them. They are actually massing up and doing the mix-up thing. They are staying together, playing as a cocoon, a conglomerate mess, and Platinum doesn't care because he's got a sticky trap. He's going to det on Grape. A little bit of revenge for what happened to him in the last round there. But we do have 20B capping the point, and they're in control of mid.
They're in control of mid. Harv got out. He's fine. Yeah, it's not a good feeling for Grape, turning the corner into 7 stickies. He had 300 health. Was currently being healed and still died. So bad times for him. He's going to be back in the fight right now, just spawning in. So Mixup didn't push off of that. They're doing pretty standard setup. Siegel's roaming the house. He's made a nest in there. As one of our stream viewers said earlier, and I think that's pretty funny. So and we're gonna sort of wait out here. I gotta say, I'm very impressed with Street Hoops mids. Another very strong rollout, sticking together, covering each other in mid, focus firing well, and they've won both mids so far, Justin. So they're playing well. They just need to put together a couple fights here to tie this up.
They got the moves, they got the skills, they're all strong in their classes, so that fares well for middle fights. Now it's all about working the metagame correctly, using the Ubers to the best of their ability, knowing when to focus, how to break a defense, how to push on another Uber, and I think that's been where their strong suit isn't. As you were going to say something?
Yeah, well, Paragon and Ash had a nice double play. They crammed Siegel into second spawn, and Paragon is behind. But he's going to get caught out, so they are aware. They're going to 2v1 now. Will they push? Well, everyone is hunting Paragon. There's only 3 mix-up members left in choke, but it doesn't look like 20B have enough confidence. Paragon with the moves, with the ukes, he's just dancing around, Justin. He's taking so much time and eyes away from the fight, but 20B does not want to push in. I'm a little bit surprised that they haven't.
Yeah, and right now Siegel and Squid are looking for him. They want to get this nuisance. They want to flot him like a swai. Flot him like a swai. Slot him like a fly. My little Nemo there. But anyway, we do have 20-pound Grape. 20 feet. Just talk, because I can't.
Yeah, you don't want to channel me, or else things will fall out of your mouth that don't make any sense. You gotta be careful, buddy. Paragon is finally taken down. I would have loved to see the fight there. You knew that at least one was being taken away to hunt, most likely two, but that's okay. they could try that again. I really like that setup to get Paragon behind, and maybe they'll work out a little bit better this time. But as of right now, a little sleepy time, Justin. I'm not sure what the plan is. Buff the roamer and go. Paragon, there's your plan. He's gone sniper, so he is right there. Platt's got to be very careful. He's got to watch his dome because it could be taken from him. Oh, Paragon's going to whiff that first shot. So they do know now sniper's up. We'll see if Mixup elects to just force a fight, knowing that they have superior DM capabilities. Sniper doesn't do a ton of damage close range, obviously, so we'll see what happens.
And take a look at TLR's positioning. It's right around the corner, waiting for that sniper to get close, and then he's going to pounce on him.
Nice.
With Platinum, they take down a pair. Paragon and Duwada, this is going to be the cue for Mixup to push. They already have the two-man advantage. Tyler with that shot, he's pushing. Grape down to 9 HP. Seagull collects on Ash, and that is going to be the three-man advantage that they need to cap the middle point. But Alex, what happened in the meantime? The Uber stayed up for 20B, and they're going to come back in just before the mix-up. Tyler's going to jump behind along with Seagull, so that is in the backfield. They have to keep track of that right now. The scout and the medic, both scouts causing havoc, and in come those soldiers that they weren't dealt with. Seagull's going to grab onto Watna. Grape is going to clean him up. Nope, excuse me, that was Tyler. Seagull still active in this play, but finally Grape cleans him up too. And Grape doesn't care about your soldiers in the back, because he's just going to shotty them down. And all for naught was Mixup's push, because 20B maintained cap of that control of the middle cap, and now you're moving on to the Spire.
Really relying on a lot of good dodging from Kozin. Just very dangerous position. Had to dodge. Both Tyler and Seagull did easily. And now we're fighting at Spire. Sky High lives up to his name. Is going to touch the skybox, trying to defend, but no, it's going to go. And now Mixup's got to be very careful. They are stretched out pretty far here. With second down, they do run a danger of being back cap. Platinum is back there at last, so he's going to be holding the line. And it looks like Mixup is going to be able to carve out a recap here. Here comes Grape, though. Doesn't want to give it up. Oh, but he misses the easy shot. Oh, man, and there goes 20B collapsing like a house of cards. Kozin is okay at mid, but man, that was really close. If Grape would have hit a couple shots on top of Spire, that would have been a completely different fight, Justin. As is, Mixup rolling back through. Kozin has to get Uber and gather his team at his second, so it's a 2-point swing.
Mixup just going to go here. They have the man advantage. They know that 20B do not have the bodies to defend choke successfully here. So look, they're already in Platinum's bombing on Spire. He's going to lock it down for his team. In come the rest of the Mixup members, and Ash on the Spire is trying to fight it. Get some good damage, and Ash chain an awesome save from Kozin onto Ash, who is surely going to die. He saves his life, so it's still 6-on-6, but Kozin pays for it. Tyler's going to make him eat a rocket force feed.
Seagull is at last. The same thing I thought might happen last time did. 20B was too spread out trying to fight Spire. Cap went down. They didn't. You got to keep an eye on Seagull. He will caw over your back point, and it's 2-0 quickly. This is a very competitive game, but you're seeing the difference between point to point. It's just you can't put together 5 or 3 or whatever good fights in a row for 20B, Justin, but they've done great at mids. Hopefully they can keep it up to keep this game close, as Duwatna's going to go window back of train for Platinum, and Duwatna's been very strong on his setups here. Here comes the bomb. Seagull hasn't gotten a lot done. He's going to turn around and find a scout and clean him up. Platinum is still back of train, dumping as much damage as he can. Grape is going to try to lock down Seagull, but look at the man fly, just going everywhere. He's so far behind the team now, and he's going to try to collect a health pack. So much to think about for 20B. They have to worry about it. Grape's going to try to come in onto Harbaloo, and he's going to combine nicely with Ash, but Kozin is pretty far in. He needs to get out right now. 26 health, and they are just going to surround him. The Noose Titans, and Paragon, who was the first to die, is back at mid. And he's going to see a very low mix-up team. Everybody very, very low, Justin, but he's just not going to be able to do anything. He's going to hide forward, but Spire's going to go probably, yeah.
Yeah, that's not going to really work out for him. And Seagull is just having the time of his life, by the way. Just flying around the middle, collecting health packs, doing whatever he wants, flying, raining down rockets. I mean, this guy would love the parachute. But anyway.
I was about to say that, but yeah.
Yep. Parachute would be a dream come true to Seagull. In the meantime, he is over on bats, joined by Squid. Squid is going to see a whole lot of red guys very soon. He eats a rocket down to 48 HP. He needs to find some health. Medical assistance very quickly. Platinum also, he's down to 9 HP. Is he going to survive the fall? Yes! 9 HP quickly. Somebody please heal your demo. Seagull still on the bats. Is trying to be very, very sneaky, see if he can put some rockets in on anybody trying to push. And this is the successful forward hold from the red team. This is exactly how you do it. They were actually able to keep the medic from ever getting into bats. They were able to put enough damage where the medic did not want to do it. Now they are ready to have their Uber. They can get back into last and have your standard last hold. You see them do just that.
Yeah, and they're gonna head on back. Platinum is gonna make sure lobby's safe as Harblue gingerly recaptures the red team's lower lobby. Enigma's gonna say hello to a body shot. Got Sizered out of this round for now. He will be back, possibly a spy, and I would love to see that. Ash is getting crazy aggressive somewhere. I see the man flying. He's actually going to drop the other scout somewhere around the map, and that's 2 down. But again, 20B, it's just tough. And Seagull, holy moly, he actually got in onto the combo. Did quite a bit of damage, not to the medic, but to things he was trying to heal. So Seagull, again, it just always scared. But he's dead, so you don't have to worry about his back cap. But they're going to go for it, Justin. Maybe a little bit late decision-making wise. They're going to try to recapture Spire. Tyler gets air shot on his attempt up, and 20B, man, they need to commit to this. They need to pop in and fight. Ash goes down back at last, and yep, that's the back cap. Trying to watch the fight, but nope, they are going to go down. Just kind of saw it coming, you know, and they stretched out too far.
Again, it's the little things, and I absolutely love this 20B team. I love their team identity. I love the way that they're made up with, you know, who plays what class and how they're built with Paragon as the sniper and Grape as that just dominant soldier, Duwatna the dominant demo. But, you know, all that is for naught when you're not doing the little things in TF2 like shoring up lanes, making sure that nobody's getting in on the backfield. And unfortunately, that's what Mixup's been able to do twice now. And they're up 3 rounds to 0 because of it.
3-0. I gotta say though, even though it's as one-sided as possible score-wise, 20B's been good. They've won 2 mids in that first round. They should have won that round. They got a little ahead of themselves. I think pushing last. Could have taken a few seconds maybe to get set up as a team. They ended up wiping horribly at that point, but they've looked good and their mids are fine. We're going to switch colors, mix up red, blue for Street Hoops as they look to get back in, and that's a great start. Harblue is going to die. Great all over it, but look at the counter bombs coming in 4 in a row for Mixup. It's not over yet. Grape and Ash are still in. Tyler hits an air shot. Seagull's going to try to combine in. They will, and that is all 6 dead. Nice start for 20B, but those unified stereo bombs from Mixup just so good. Just cleaned up most of blue in that one fail swoop.
Ash picking up a frag there and looked like he had some room to do some more damage, but Tyler's going to put an end to that with that nice air shot. TLR flexing his soldier prowess there. Now we see Mixup. They do have the advantage, and look at the medic gun that Harblue's running. It is the Krista Krieg. So we're going to have the Chris Creek coming into yard, and nobody is there to spot it for 20B. They are just already set up for that forward hold. Doesn't matter, guys, because your Uber is going to be at a disadvantage, because in any moment, in about 5-10 seconds, can be the Chris Creek.
They might have spotted it because Grape, who usually plays Pocket, has switched to Pyro. So that tells me that he probably knows, or he's just really, really lucky. Carb has crits. They're going to march right in. Looks like up lower middle. First stick. He gets reflected beautifully by Grape. Degreasing his little heart up. Platinum gets his brains blown up. And there's the reflected crit rocket. That crit switch, though. Oh, Seagull gets in at last, but some nice jumping, surfing from Kozen's going to be just fine. Mixup absolutely bricks that push. Great. And whoever noticed it, maybe it was Paragon, who did go down early on in that fight, but yeah, that was very close.
Shenanigans. I think it was somebody watching behind the Mixup team there, just ghosting for the 20B.
Okay.
But now we do have 20B getting all over that point. They're going to grab 2. Tyler and Enigma are going to go down. Paragon and Ash going to be credited for that. We had another round cap from Mixup.
I was crashed. Justin, I'm blaming you for that one.
Oh, you're blaming me? Well, I was totally watching the combo. And again, guess what happened? I'll give you one guess.
Seagull did it?
I don't know who did it because I wasn't watching, but somebody went in on the back cap behind the combo. Again, they were pushing out, they had the advantage, but they didn't have every lane watched and somebody back cap. So, Crash, I'm going to go ahead and take this middle and see how 20B, they started off with a kill onto Platinum, a second kill, Paragon and Deadbolt, the twins, the identical twins, identical kill, Paragon again, taking down Enigma, so it is a scout mid for 20B. They take down 3, Platinum, Enigma, Sky High, all dead. Ash is the only casualty over for 20B, the blue, and they are pushing in. They are on regular medic guns, and actually there's a scout. Paragon wants more. Nice. He's able to get a bunch of damage onto Hardblue. Duwatna is going to follow that up with a sticky into Hardblue. Down the red medic goes, 73%, and building for the blue team.
Enigma's on Spy again, so he's going for, this is an older strat. Now, they did see the door open with nothing behind it, so they know something's up. And I think Enigma's jig is up. He's going to try to go in. He's shooting a pistol at the soldier because Kozen did go down. Enigma's just living the dream, firing off that revolver. Actually, packs a punch, and someone with great hit scan aim like Enigma can make do. 20B, Scrappy's going to fight this. I think Mixup, you know, if this was a closer game, probably wouldn't have committed there. Spire is going to go down. Harbaloo needs to start building Uber.
Ash. Ash runs into the medic Harblu. He turned the wrong way at
Oh
first.
my.
Is able to finally put some damage into him. Paragon joins the fight and gets the credit on the 25 HP. Harblu's down he goes again. 3 down now for the Mixup team. Ash and Paragon dead over on the 20B side, but we have Squitter, actually Enigma and TLR trying to pressure that point. That's going to leave. Goes in very vulnerable and up to bombs. Oh, Seabear.
Yeah, that's, you know, you see it coming. You gotta stop that. You know, that's the difference between the teams. They stretched out, and I guarantee in the situation was reversed, if the situation was reversed, they would have sold out trying to back cap and probably gotten it. So Platinum is going to go down. Paragon, not ready to give up yet. His medic's dead, but he's not going to give. Only 2 alive right now, Justin. Ash is peeking towards last. He's going to jump in. Here come the respawning scouts, and they are going to stereo meat shot Ash. But I like that play. It just came about 5 or 6 seconds too late. Might have had something, but those respawns just in time. You know, we're going to reset out. Harb is going to have... Actually, Ubers are basically even, so kind of a weird round.
Yeah, Ubers are almost exactly even as both teams with 49 with 50. Yes, go ahead.
There's a Squid. Oh, Quozin's dead again. Yet another bomb. And I was going to say, Squid is behind. So Squid is actually at mid right now, which means 20B has to try to figure out a way to deal with him. Trying to find him right now. He is underneath the bridge. Now, the medic is dead, so this might be the pug strat of trying to kill the medic again. But no, Squitter is just wasting time. And you know Mixup is going to take advantage of that, and they will push out on a very confused 20B. Mixup is kind of just all over the map right now. 20B is struggling to keep up. Kozin is alive again. His magical dodge boots seem to have worn thin here, Justin. He's getting caught by bombs, and he's been dead way too much.
I figured it out, by the way, how they can stop all this from happening. Why don't you go in when there's equal Ubers and take the lobby, so you don't have all those flanks. But Enigma's going to come in. He's going to drop Kozin. Sky High takes down Grape. Mixup TLR takes down one. Enigma taking down Paragon. It looks like it's all mixed up here. They have every room and every right to wipe 20B right now. Deadbolt and Duatna, the only members left alive for 20B. Our respawns for the Street Hoops are at 3 seconds before they are at full strength. Duatna just died, so he's not going to be up for another 15 already with the Uber. And climbing is Harblu. No forward hold, no Uber, no Demo Man. Can 20B hold?
They have the NG building the gun right now. A little bit. It's going to come up just in time to die to the Stickies. They're going to walk on the point, living the dream, but it's surprise! There's a Grape up the pipe. It's actually Ash up the pipe. We've seen a lot of people go up that big respawn tube, and it's not going to matter because Enigma's just going to cap. Can't stop the cap from up there. I do like the 2 play, but you got to stop the point, and that is a 5-0. What looked like a very promising start. Mix-up. Angry from their loss to Froyotech, just snap the backs of Street Hoops in the first map, and they're gonna have to do find some very special fix or something, Justin, and they're gonna have to find it very soon coming into the second map.
I mean, I'm gonna pat myself on the back because I like to do that and say that 20B did exactly what I thought they would. When on mid fights and fights that were conducive to their gameplay, they won. They were aggressive. They got in. They're DM ability netted them a lot of kills and they were able to push. However, when Mixup grouped up and had that better game sense, it didn't work out. You saw 20B trying to overextend. They stretched out too far. That opened them up the gaps. They weren't playing like Mixup was as a closed unit, and as a result, they just lost a lot of rounds, especially overstretching and not checking those lanes. They lost at least 3 rounds from back caps. And that is absolutely unacceptable.
I think it was the first 4 all back caps. I really do. Wasn't it?
I was definitely 3. I don't remember the first one because it was so long ago and I'm so old.
Yeah, we're pretty old together. We make like a retired person basically. So
stats?
Yeah, stats are up. 5-0, so it's not gonna tell a whole lot. We'll tell that Mixup's good. Yeah, damage wise, it's not so horrible. The scouts definitely need to do better against Squid and Enigma. Looking at the damage, Deadbolt and Paragon very close. They are twins, Justin. So as you said, like 9 times, they were both around.
They're identical
16.
twins.
They are. I didn't even know that until you said that earlier.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool. Platinum doing very well. Duatna 243, not so good. But yeah. You know, they got plenty of kills. Duatna only had 7, but, you know, he's doing damage. And his mids were good. I don't know. I don't want to say it's completely over that Mixup is just going to win. I still think Street Hoops could pull off an upset. It just, they let that game get way out of hand, Justin. It was like, it seemed like it was pretty close, some back and forth. They actually had advantage in that very first round, and then it just came crashing down. And whereas Froyotech was able to put their foot in the ground, Clockwork could go out and get a double or triple kill and bring it back. They avoided sort of that sweeping mix-up comeback where they just, kept winning fights and over and over and over again. It just, poor Street Hoops could not find a foothold. So I do think they're better than the 5-0 showing. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. So I don't know what the next map is going to be. We are going to, I don't know if we're going to take a break or if the teams are just going to get right into the next one. I have not heard, so I'm assuming we're going to take a short break.
But before we do that, I just want to give some love out to our wonderful cameraman Truck, who has been here alongside me since around 11:30 Eastern, and it's well past that time. Also, same to Dash Mathsad, the Dash Sniper. Who has been working production for us. He's been integrated this awesome Twitter feature that you see on your screen. And also to you guys for hanging with us. If you've been tuned in since 11:30, thank you. Of course, we are giving you the live action from the ESEA LAN happening down in Dallas. Seabear, there's $14,000 in prize pots for TF2, and that is the biggest prize pot that I've ever heard of for TF2. So that is always good to see, and it's great to see that such talented teams have finally made their way down to Dallas, where really our big gripe with the team that's getting rolled is that they're just not using the proper meta. Skill is there, their tiny slip-ups are causing the big gaps in their armor that the better teams allowed to expose. But we've come a long way from other teams.
Yeah, you've really laid it to the third and fourth best teams of LANs previous. Yeah, I agree that there's a lot more parity, and that's nice. I don't know what the next map is going to be, so until I hear from our lovely streamer Kurt, I will say that we're probably going to go to a break. Keep those tweets coming, boys and girls. They've been a lot of fun as far as what when we're muted after we're taking breaks. That's usually when the tweets are being posted by Dash. So we're laughing. I think it's been really funny. I expected a lot worse. I'm sure that there's some troll responses that didn't make the cut. But by and large, you guys have been very funny. Keep it coming. Hashtag ESEA LAN. We're still going. At least one more map here. So we're going to take a 5-minute break or so while the teams decide maps. And 20B sorts themselves out, hopefully, and puts on a little bit better of a match coming up. So yeah, we'll be back in 5. Stay